In this video, we will be discussing a few multiple choice questions from angles and measurements. I have taken these questions from the Maharashtra government textbook, Maths Part 1, 11th standard. So let's begin. The first sum, 22 pi upon 15 radians will be what in degrees? So every time you want to convert an angle from radians to degrees, you multiply that angle with 180 upon pi. That's the conversion from radian to degree. If you want to convert it from degree to radian, you multiply with pi upon 180. So here we have 15 into 12 giving you 180. Pi gets cancelled and 22 into 12. What will that be? 22 into 10, 220 plus 44. 264 degrees would be the right answer. So option B out there is the correct option. The next one, 156 degrees will be equal to what? So to convert this into radians, you multiply with pi upon 180. 156 is like 144 plus 12. So it's a multiple of 12. 12 into 12 was 144, so 12 into 13 would be 156. And 12 cancels off 180 also. 12 into 15 would be 180. So we have the angle in radians as 13 pi upon 15. Again making option B as the right answer. Go ahead with the third one. A horse is tied to a post by a rope. If the horse moves along a circular path, always keeping the rope tight, and describes 88 meters when it traces an angle of 72 degrees at the center, then the length of the rope is what? So if you just put that all in a diagram, let's take this as the pole, a post is what they've said. So this is the post, and we are tying a horse with it. So here's the horse, here's the post. The length of the rope is, okay, it's not given to us, let's take it as L, and the horse is describing an angle of 72 degrees. So let's say it moves from here to here, and in doing so it is describing an angle of 72 degrees and a path length of 88 meters. So you need the length of arc. 72 degrees, let's convert it into radians. That would be 72 into pi upon 180. 36 into 2 and 36 into 5. So we have the angle in radians as 2 pi by 5. And then we finally know that length of arc S is equal to r theta. The length of arc has been given to us as 88. That should be equal to the radius, which is basically the length of rope, into theta, which is 2 pi by 5. So you can cancel off this 2 and 88 here. That would give you 44. You can put pi as 22 upon 7. Because when you do that, 22 and 44 get cancelled, giving you a 2 on the left. And the length of rope finally turns out to be 70. And because this was in meters, the length of rope will be 70 meters. Okay, 70 meters given in option A. So option A out there is the right answer. Let's take the next one. If a 14 centimeters long pendulum oscillates through an angle of 12 degrees, then find the length of path. Quite simple. So take this as the pendulum. It's oscillating like this. Okay. So it's oscillating through an angle of 12 degrees and the length of pendulum is 14 centimeters. The length of path is basically the length of arc, which is given by r theta. The radius being 14 centimeters, and theta had to be written in radians. 12 can be converted into radians by multiplying with pi upon 180. So we have theta as 12 into pi by 180. 12 and 180 get cancelled, giving you 15 in the denominator, and the length of path is 14 pi upon 15. So 14 pi upon 15, option D is the right answer. Okay, so take the 15th one. The 15th one says, the fifth one. The fifth one says the angle between the hands of a clock when the time is 9:45. So this is the clock, 9 being here. And when they say 9:45, the minute hand is exactly at 9. And the hour hand is somewhere between 9 and 10. So it's this angle that we require. So that angle is, okay, we can say that in 1 hour, the angle traced by the hour hand would be 30 degrees. That is in 60 minutes. The hour hand is going to trace an angle of 30 degrees. So in 45 minutes, the hour hand is going to trace 3/4 of 30, which is 3 into 7.5, that is 22.5 degrees. So this angle out here in the middle that we have is 22.5 degrees. Okay, so 22.5 degrees, option D is the right answer there. The sixth one, 20 meters of wire is available for fencing of a flower bed in the form of a circular sector of radius 5 meters. So 20 meters of wire means the perimeter of that entire sector would be 20 meters, and the sector will have a radius equal to 5 meters. The maximum area of the flower bed is what? So you have the perimeter, that is R, and the length of arc would be R theta, where theta is the angle at the center here. So we have the total perimeter as R plus R theta, which is equal to 20. The radius being equal to 5, you can just put R as 5. So we have 5 plus 5, which is 10, plus R theta would make it 5 theta is equals to 20. So we have 5 theta is equals to 10, and theta will be equal to 2. So theta is 2 radians, and that's the angle at the center. They are asking us the maximum area. Now they are saying maximum area because you need to use the entire 20 meters. Okay, if you use a little lesser, you can definitely get a shorter area. But because you have to use the entire 20 meters, they have said maximum area. Theta is 2. So the maximum area would be half into R square theta. R being 5, R square would be 25. And theta is 2. So the area that you have is 25. And yes, this was in meters. So this area will be 25 meters square. C being the right answer. Take the next one. The angles of a triangle are in the ratio 1:2:3. If the common ratio is x, I can say that the angles are x, 2x and 3x. We know that the total of all these three angles will be 180 degrees, because the sum of every angle in a triangle is 180. Had it been a quadrilateral, the sum of all angles would have been 360. Okay, so we have 6x equal to 180, and that is why x would be 180 upon 6, which is equal to 30. If x is 30, then our angles are 30. 30, that is the one which corresponds to 1. Then we have 30 into 2. 2x is the next angle, that is 2 into 30, which is 60. And 3x is the last angle, which is 90. So the smallest of them is 30 degrees. And 30 degrees in radians, that would be 30 into pi upon 180, which is equal to pi upon 6 radians. So B is the right answer for the 7th question. A semicircle has been divided into two sectors of angles which are in the ratio 4:5. Find the ratio of their areas. Now you need to understand that if this is a semicircle, and let us say you are dividing it into two parts. Okay, so the area of any sector, both of them are going to be sectors only. The area of any sector is going to be half R square theta. R being the same for both the sectors. If this is R, this is also R, and this length will also be R. I mean this length. If this length is R, this length will also be R, and this length will also be R. In short, the radius for both the parts is anyway the same, and that is why area depends only upon theta. You can say because area is proportional to theta, A1 upon A2 will be theta 1 upon theta 2. So if the angles are in the ratio 4:5, areas will also be in the ratio 4:5. For all those who have not understood what I just said, I will elaborate it for all of you. All those who have understood can just fast forward the video and go ahead with the next question. You can write A1 as half R square theta 1. You can write A2 as half R square theta 2. Why R square? Why not R1 and R2? Because radius was the same for both of them. Okay, so if you divide A1 and A2, see the terms which are common in both the equations get cancelled, and you will ultimately be left with theta 1 upon theta 2. So A1 upon A2 is the same as theta 1 upon theta 2. Theta 1 upon theta 2, they have already said is 4:5, and that is why A1 upon A2 I am concluding is going to be 4:5, making option B the right answer. Last two questions in this video. Find the measure of angle between the hour hand and minute hand of a clock at 20 past 2. 20 past 2 means the timing is 2:20. So 2:20 means this was 12. 3 is here, 4 is here, there is 1 and 2 here. 2:20 means the minute hand will be exactly at 4 and the hour hand will be somewhere between 2 and 3. The entire angle, if we take from 2 to 3, I mean 2 to 3 and then 3 to 4. 2 to 3 it will be 30 degrees, 3 to 4 it will be another 30 degrees, and that is why the angle between 2 to 4 is a total of 60 degrees. From that we need to subtract this tiny angle here, and that tiny angle, how do we find it? In 60 minutes, the hour hand traces an angle of 30 degrees. So in 20 minutes, it is 2:20, right? So in 20 minutes, The hour hand will trace how much? 60 minutes, 1/3 of it is 20. So 1/3 of 30 would be 10 degrees. For all those who don't get it, you can take an x here, cross multiply, and you can get the value of x. Ultimately, the angle here will be 10 degrees. Okay, so 60 minus that tiny angle of 10 degrees needs to be subtracted, and the final angle between the hour and minute hand will be 50 degrees, giving you option A as the right answer. For all those who are not very clear with whatever I have discussed, you can check out the video that I have made on these clock type problems. I have made an entirely, I've made a completely separate video on that where I've discussed sums only on these clock type problems. So in case if you have not understood the 9th question, do check out that video. It's a really helpful one if you are looking at this kind of a problem for the first time. Okay. So the 10th one, the central angle of a sector of a circle of area 9 pi centimeter square is 60 degrees. 9 pi is the area of the circle. Okay. If the area of circle is 9 pi, I can say pi r square would be 9 pi. R square would be 9 and radius of the circle is ultimately 3. So by giving you area, they are basically giving you the radius of the circle. The central angle has been given to you as 60 degrees. So this being 60 degrees, the radius being 3. They are asking you perimeter of the sector. Perimeter of the sector is R plus this part which is r theta, that is length of arc. The radius being 3. R theta would be 3 into theta. Theta means 60 degrees. But when I am using the formula for sector, the formula for length of an arc as r theta, I have to write theta in radians. 60 degrees in radians would be 60 into pi upon 180, that is pi by 3 radians. So I finally have the length of arc and the total perimeter as 3 plus 3, which is 6 plus pi. So that is making option C the right answer for the 10th question. I hope whatever I have discussed in this video has been helpful to you. Thank you for watching.